100 households throughout Grenada, all of which will be planted on the same day.
The agronomist appealed to farmers to care for the plants purchased by using the correct planting distances, inspecting fields regularly to monitor for pests, irrigate fields adequately, and provide correct nutrition for adequate growth and the development of plants. Christina John, GBN News.
A plant is defying gravity this evening. It's time to take a peek through the GBN eyesore lens.
Our citizen reporter tonight sent in a photograph of this bunch of blugger, which is bearing upside down. The bud of the plant, which normally hangs upside down, is shooting straight to the sky in tonight's photograph. The blugger banana produces huge straight fruits. This type is resistant to Panama disease and has a starchy texture. Although it can be eaten raw, it is primarily used for cooking. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Hi, good day. My name is Kyle Sylvester. I am the manager and founder of Case Farming Enterprise. We're an agro-processing business that are involved in the processing of agricultural goods, where we do bottle seasoning packs, lettuce, kale, and broccoli. Sometimes we as human beings get sick or injured on the job. NS provides a safety net for us. I am here to encourage other entrepreneurs and self-employed persons to sign up under the NIS self-employment program.
Traditional Mass, the foundation of our carnival. It's where it all started. So on Saturday, July 29th, over 10 traditional mass bands will showcase our rich and deeply diverse traditional mass. Let's go to Hero Square, Victoria in St. Mark from 3 p.m. Come see the Short Knee, Maypole, Wild Indians, Mocha Jumbies, and Beko as they parade the streets. Capture the experience, the color, the sights and sounds of what's truly ours. With free admission for the entire family. Log on to www.spicemassgrenada.com for everything carnival. Traditional Mass Festival, Saturday, July 29th, Hero Square, Victoria. Carriacou is the place to be. August 4th to the 7th for the 50th year of the Carriacou Regatta Festival. The Carriacou Regatta Festival, which is the longest sailing event in the region, is celebrated under the theme Timeless Culture on the Sea. Come join us for 4 days of exciting and competitive boat racing from Friday to Monday. Fun games, day and night parties, road marathon, Miss Teen Regatta, night boat cruises, the Foreign Artist Show, donkey race, and greasy pole are some of the activities to look forward to. For more info, contact the Regatta Jooper on 473-443-7930. The Carriacou Regatta Festival 2023, August 4th to the 7th. Sail by day, party by night. Carriacou welcomes you. Spice Up returns to the Esplanade Mall courtyard. Spice Up the Esplanade. Every Wednesday and Friday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Spice Up the Esplanade. Your all-in-one Spice Mass event. Get a taste of everything carnival. From music to mass to food to fashion. All things carnival in one place. Esplanade Mall, July 7th to August 11th. Don't you miss it.
Parents, do you go to bed with the knowledge that your children are comfortably asleep in the next room? Or are they allowed to attend every fete advertised? You are responsible for the safety and well-being of your children, and it is your responsibility to know their whereabouts. Children should not be at adult events. Please guide your children, engage them in age-appropriate activities. Let us be spicy parents for this carnival season and beyond. S. Speak to your children about positive behavior. P. Pay attention to them at all times. I. Inspire good behavior in your children by also displaying good behavior. C. Check with your children. Always know their whereabouts. Y. You are responsible for your children. Maintain control to keep them safe. This is a message from the National Parenting Program, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs.
My name is Alimaka Motley. I've been here doing nails since 2017. Me being self-employed, I have realized that paying the NIS benefits me now and even when I retire. By the time I'm 65, I will be receiving contributions back from NIS. So I benefit because I'm self-employed. Anything can happen. If anything happens to you while you're at work, you've got a bad cold, you have the COVID, you have dengue, we have all these diseases that's plaguing us at the moment. NIS will be giving you back some form of money when you're ill. So I would encourage all small business persons to sign up with NIS now.
I want to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it.
You mentioned the wing carry, then you have things like man, you must come back, you know. We have the low forward that.
It is kind of like the same man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me, call me, and
For we culture.
All right, welcome back, viewers and listeners. 14 minutes after 7 o'clock, that is the time. And as I hinted to you, this morning, you know I would get everything right this morning, including joining the BBC on time. All right? Because my boss is next to me. Good morning, Jan.
Good morning, Gordon. How are you?
I am fine. How are you?
I'm fantastic. It's Friday. It's Friday. Good morning to all our listeners and our viewers. Those of you on television, on Facebook, on classical radio, on YouTube, wherever you are. I mean, it's really fantastic to be here. We're in the midst of Carnival.
Yeah.
It's an exciting time for us at the GBN. It's a lot going on. Good to be here.
You know, of course, I mean, I feel honored to be, you know, sitting that close to you so early in the morning.
You need to stop.
You had to say that as Congolese, you had to stop that.
Yeah. Oh, you had to stop. Oh, you had to stop that. You know, as you say Congolese, God, now I have to say hearty congratulations to all the finalists making it through to the groovy competition. The results are out.
Yeah.
Have you shared it yet?
Well, let me do that now. I just pulled it up. And folks, that's in alphabetical order, right? Not position. Okay, Dash, Terra the Governor, Lil Jello, Super Flying Flint, Rooney J, Valine, Blackadan, Looney Spark and Electrify, Boise, Mr. Walkie, and Mr. Golden. Who's your bet? Who you going with?
I mean, they're all excellent at their craft. It's going to be interesting to see how they perform on the big night. Fantastic Friday, but I have a couple horses in the race, I have to say. There was one person I was really excited to see. He's a new artist. I'm not seeing his name on the list, but I mean, I'm excited. I'm happy for all the finalists. I can't say who I'm backing, Gordon. I'm backing everybody. I can't be a judge, I always say. I just want everybody to win.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
You want to know who I'm backing?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. I am backing who I cannot tell you.
I normally cheer for everybody, and I mean, they have great songs, so I guess it would all come down to the performance on the night. So.
While we're on that, Jan, making a comparison with the different versions of calypso, because they're all calypso, the groovy, the power soca, and the authentic calypso. Which one you think is of the better standard this year?
I wouldn't want to say which I think is of the better standard. I think it's down to personal preferences.
I'm not talking about the artists themselves, but talking about the music.
The music itself. They're good for different things.
Okay.
They're good for different events. They're good for different moods. I enjoy a good calypso. I enjoy a good soca, a good groove. They're all different for me at different times. So I don't want to say, but the groovy always stand out, I find.
Yeah.
There are some jab songs that are killing it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not hearing that.
What's wrong with you?
You had to pay for the thing that the butterfly gets transformed.
Right. The investment you put in, you don't get it back. But hats off to you guys. Continue to bring quality music to get us moving, to keep us entertained, and really creating a fantastic season for all of us to enjoy.
In my opinion, well, let me.
When you see me in the morning, you know something exciting is happening.
Godfrey, welcome.
What's going on, man?
I see myself.
Yeah.
We could see you. We could see you so fine. Look at you.
You're seeing yourself there now?
The people that see all of me.
No, man, they see you. They make you out.
You feel?
Yeah, man, they make you out.
I like your body.
You like me? I put it on. I thought I'd see you this morning, and I had to represent.
Innocent.
How you do?
Why people feel innocent?
They don't.
You have no idea.
They don't.
I don't understand. How you doing?
Great.
Yeah. Good to see you that early in the morning. That must have been tasking for you to,
No. I'm up at 5 every morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you call that early, right?
Yeah, it's early, considering the time I put it at night. When I leave here at 10 o'clock, I don't get home.
No, he's sleeping like 3 times already.
11. So that's pretty early.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Godfrey, we're here to talking of the grill.
We're here to talk a lot of things this morning. There's a lot going on, Gordon.
Yeah. But I wanted Godfrey is a good music critic, if you want to use that term. What's your take on the left here?
Yeah. No. Use the other one. The live version.
The live version?
Yes.
So continue moving along. No, I don't need you, no. Hey, cause everything where you sit down, is that mind. Something in my brain must ignite. But something don't feel right. It's when my business like red night. Grow up and get wise. And don't waste your time. It's have a special place for the haters. And it's have a special place for the traitors. I walk in hard and you want to remain laid back. You better stay far.
Yeah, a lot of people could identify with that song.
It is.
Definitely.
It's one of the favorites for the season. But there's some. We have to be transparent. There's a level of bias that's involved.
Okay.
You can't make it out.
Well, of course.
You can make. Okay. There is a level of bias that's involved. Yeah.
Well, maybe, but the fact is, it is one of the better songs for the season in terms of soca. Would you consider and you listen to some of the things you hear in?
Don't identify names.
No, I'm telling you, it is.
No, it's just before you got on the set, I was telling Janelle that, in my opinion, the power soca this year is very weak.
You find?
Yeah, I think groovy and calypso to an extent are above the power soca this year. When I was deeply involved with in the soca music, to me there's one song that's really pleasing me at the moment, and
Well, I tell you, soca has become. Let me put it straight, and I'll speak from the heart. You see, we have a tendency in Grenada, or we've developed a pattern where we reward a lot of crap. And so everybody becomes a soca artist. So you go into your room with your laptop and your software and you do a thing, and then you become a big soca star, and you get rewarded for that. Yeah. Unlike a calypsonian who has to work hard and put together what you might call academic paper, as Choppers would say.
Of course.
And then what? You understand?
And not only that too. I mean, as soca artist was alluding that fact to me the other day. He said, "Boy, I don't know all the calypsonians are doing. All you have to remember 2 whole songs and the verses and everything, and we just had to go and sing 3 lines.
And in one swoop, you raise the Soca Monarch prize to $100,000. What is Calypso getting this year?
80. I think I heard 80.
A round of applause for that.
But I would like to see that switch.
I don't have a problem with the increase. When people work, it's entertainment. They do spend a lot. I appreciate that. But when you consider, there's a lot of things you have to consider. One of them, in my opinion, is responsibility. Right? A lot of soca artists, they are not responsible. They just say anything in the songs. I remember there was a thing on social media with Pumps and some guy.
Oh yeah.
And Pump, some people feel that Pump shouldn't have done that. Yeah. In the first case, he shouldn't be on the stage at all. Period. And I have absolutely no problem with Pumps.
Yeah. I endorse that.
We have to stop rewarding nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is encouraged in high places, and it has to stop.
Yeah.
And unless it stops, then we would find that our music and that part of our culture remains the same place, and we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Yeah, but
I think you also have to consider what really drives the season. So yes, Calypso plays a significant role, and we know of the role of the Calypsonian. But if you're looking at the commercial side of it, of what drives a lot of the events, and so that it's part of Carnival, is the soca music and not so much the Calypso music.
Well, that is...
and yes, I agree there could be some improvement in what is being put out, but I have listened. Normally I have a task on a daily basis switching between or 2 stations, because I like the Calypso, so I would listen, I would hear them on Classic. I would switch to Hot because I like the soca and the groovy as well, and there's some really good ones.
But let me tell you, and I have no problem with what you're saying, but here's the reality. If you have your child and from birth or from a particular age, you're giving the child only sweet things, that's what the child is going to like.
Right.
That's what the child knows.
Can't appreciate anything else.
Exactly. And this is what is happening in our industry. So young people are so... overfed with one kind of thing. That's what they know.
So the onus is on us as the parents and the adults to give them a wide selection.
I guess that's where guys like you and I comment that we are the only ones pushing the real calypsos in.
Yes, and you see, in my opinion, the Spice Must Corporation needs to get up on their butts and start doing what they're supposed to do.
Which is?
Promote the art form.
But they are.
When?
All the time.
Okay.
Up to yesterday, I saw them with you promoting the different elements of Carnival.
With me?
Not with you.
Oh, with Gordon?
With Gordon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the not so innocent one.
Okay, good. Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, man, they are.
I'm
And
happy
this
to
year,
hear that.
if you look at the content they're putting out, it's not just, as you say, the soca and so. I've seen the traditional mass, which is being advertised for tomorrow, I believe. I've seen they have videos on the different pan houses being featured. I've seen calypso artists. I've seen the queens. I've seen the various elements of carnival being highlighted through the Spice Mass this year.
Well, if you ask me, I think we have to give a round of applause to Mr. Cecil Noel, because
think so
these
too.
things didn't happen before.
No. I think he's trying to even out the playing field.
To Mr. Noel,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm quite happy to hear that.
Yeah, no.
Like I say, I was out for a
Greater
bit,
emphasis.
so I'm just getting into what is happening.
We can tell. You're missing a lot.
What I also liked from the conversation with him yesterday, because of his busy schedule, he couldn't come in studio. So Kinder came,
and he
but
was on
the phone.
Right.
And when I asked the question as to what's going forward, he said that plans are already in place for 2024.
Fantastic.
So that augurs well. And I mean, I expect nothing less from Cecil.
No. He's
morning Cecil.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
But you were talking about the different elements of carnival. I'm hearing all sort of Bacchanal in Quincho. What's going on there? Like I said, I've been missing in action, and I want to know what's going on.
Missing in action too.
Well,
from that aspect,
you've been missing.
In action from.
You guys on some rocks or something?
I feel your coward.
You guys just trying to.
I feel you're afraid.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's anything to be afraid about. I think one of the directors resigned.
Why?
I heard. I didn't see the resignation, but I heard she was citing political interference, and they've since put a different committee in place, and they've taken up the slack, and they're continuing, and we anticipate
political interference in carnival.
When there is a carnival that there isn't, it goes with the territory. Listen, once the season comes around, expect something.
We expect that.
If there is nothing, it's probably not carnival, right?
Carnival is
but
bacchanal.
the ladies are being prepped, they're ready, and we anticipate a fantastic queen show this year.
I also think
well, that's what I'm hearing.
I understand
they're ready.
The Honorable Ron Redhead was here either Tuesday or Wednesday, and he tried to give some clarification onto that debacle that's going on with the Queen Show and so forth. I don't know how well accepted it was in some quarters, but he did try to offer some explanation and so forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think we're on track. We're in the midst of a fantastic carnival season. People seem to be excited. The visitors are coming in. I hear the planes. You can't get flights easy.
Yeah.
You can't get accommodation. Seriously? Because people are coming in and they're expecting a fantastic
yesterday morning about 20 to 3. I was in the veranda and I said this flight going up. I said, but then I remember JetBlue was introducing a new flight that would leave JFK and get here around that time. I say, wow, Grenada is going to submerge a little bit because I mean Carnival is a couple weeks away. But
Carnival is here.
It's a long season. It's a long season.
It's a long season.
It's late this year.
Yeah, but we've had an influx of visitors for a while now. Yeah, so
you remember this is the first full carnival since COVID.
Yeah.
Last year,
but you're saying
preparation started late.
Since COVID, as though COVID gone.
Yeah, I mean it's still around, but I mean it's no longer what the threat it once was.
As a matter of fact,
first full festival, so people are excited.
Did you realize that there was actually a jab protest in 2020 and 2021?
Yeah.
I just read that in the Cultural Foundation tip this morning.
Yeah.
That there was one.
I remember the police were. I remember the bridge in Granville, and people were getting under, and they were intent. We were
having jab.
We were outside.
Yeah, and they subsequently diverted them to the Polls Street or something like that.
Yeah, they made some concessions.
Right. Okay. Well, we're here to talk Maggi, and as you know, the time flies like that, just like that. So what we're going to do, we take a first commercial break because we have to honor our sponsors, and then we'll come back and talk the Maggi stuff. Folks, I'm with...
Janelle and Godfrey.
Is it permissible for me to call you Jan how I always do? Or that's for Godfrey only?
Godfrey only. Right. Full name Janelle.
No, boss.
Listen.
Folks, we'll be back after this. Don't you go anywhere.
Do you know that you can lower your electricity bill by using energy-saving bulbs? CFLs and LEDs use up to 75% less energy than your traditional bulbs, and they even last 10 to 25 times longer. Over time, consider switching to more energy-efficient CFLs and LEDs, which can help lower your electricity bill. As an individual consumer, I cannot impact global fuel prices. However, I can ease the burden of rising fuel rates by using energy-saving bulbs. What can you do?
Grenlink, energizing our Grenada. At the NIS, our team proudly works to support the evolving needs of Grenadians. We have made some changes to our operations and want to keep you informed. Firstly, we are happy to introduce the new unemployment benefit. This benefit will provide an insured person with 50% of his or her former income in the case of sudden unemployment. To support this benefit and other benefits we offer, it was necessary to increase the contribution rate. The contribution rate will increase gradually each year until it reaches 16% in 2031. As always, the contribution will be split between you and your employer. The pensionable age will also increase from 60 to 65 years. This increase will also be gradually reaching age 65 in 2029. Pensioners will continue to be eligible for a pension from age 60, but will receive a reduced payment. The NIS recognizes that the prices of basic customer goods are increasing globally. Therefore, we are happy to also increase the weekly minimum pension payment by 25%. Finally, we have adjusted our survivor's benefit payment to a percentage of the age pension minimum. Widows, widowers, and dependent parents will receive 100% or $58 weekly, while children will receive 50% or $29 weekly of the deceased's pension. We are here to make the transition to these new changes as clear and simple as possible. If you have any questions on how these changes impact you and your family, please contact our new informational hotline at 440-6647 or visit www.nisgrenada.org. Thank you for allowing us to be your social security provider.
So it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest. So when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Get away from your daily stress with a Grenada vacation at the Cuyaba Beach Resort. Cuyaba is located on the world-famous Grenada Beach and boasts 5.5 acres of beautiful gardens. We offer excellent service, good food and drink, well-appointed rooms and friendly staff in a safe environment. Facilities include 2 restaurants, 2 bars, swimming pool, water sports, tennis, gym, and body treatment rooms. Call 473-444-4129.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. The conversation this morning with a twig. Janelle is with me together with Godfrey. And folks, before we get into the Maggi conversation and other conversations, just want to remind you that the Mount Moritz Community Organization, they've got their monthly breakfast this Sunday again. Jan, you ever went there?
Oh, yes. Yes.
I keep promising to visit and more. It's a long drive, eh?
To Mount Moritz?
Yeah.
From where? From where you live?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm thinking.
Yeah, Godfrey, ever been there?
Oh yeah, a lot of times.
Nice atmosphere for the family.
Yeah. So
one of the best Grenadian breakfasts you could find.
Okay. Yeah. So folks, go on out and be a part of it. All your favorite delicacies will be there. The breakfast, the cocoa tea, the everything, bakes and fish cake.
The blood pudding you don't see often. The fried jacks and the salt. Hey.
You like blood pudding?
I do. I do. I'm a meat eater.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Maggi King of the Grill comes Saturday.
Yes.
This morning I referred to it as GBN's marquee event.
It is. It's the 11th year, Godfrey. Maggi is our proud sponsor once more, and we're so happy and grateful to Maggi for the support over the years. It's an exciting competition. This year we have 2 categories. We have the meat category, and it's open to all types of meat. And then we have the seafood category. And of course, we expect to see lots of creativity, lots of skill, lots of talents, lots of food.
Well, having heard you say that, I am on a seafood diet. Eh?
Right.
Anytime I seafood, I eat it.
You inside. It's probably one of the favorite diets to be on.
Yeah, I'm on seafood diet. Once I seafood, I eat. Yeah. The gentleman from the Woodlands Woburn area there with the mini mart. I think he's a reigning champ, but
he is.
But he's a boss.
He is a boss.
That's
Nelson.
Nelson. Yeah.
Nelson cook for you. I lick your toes and all,
Yeah. Well, I don't even lick because I'm afraid I bite. Yeah.
But Nelson, I understand the competition is going to be stiff. Last year he had a close rub with Creative Chef, who won a lot of the categories, and this year Creative is saying nobody's going to edge him out, so I expect to see some keen rivalry in competition tomorrow. Both they're planning to bring their A games along with all the other contenders, so it's going to be keen competition. The people will have to come and
that called late into the registration process, and he was like,
that's what we want to see, the creativity on the grill. We always tell the contestants, you don't have to create a big plate for the judges, but make it small, because they only need a little sampling to taste, because they have a lot of food to taste. They just want a little sampling for you, so presentation I always say is key. Let me just go through I brought it so I can tell everybody what the judges will be looking for tomorrow. So for the criteria, creativity, 20 points. The texture of the food, the meats you're presenting, 20 points. The taste, and that is where that's what you call the money shot, 30 points.
Wow.
The plating, how you present it. Some people just heave a piece of chicken on a plate. You want to get creative. How you garnish.
While you go through this, let me ask you this in all honesty. Is it really important how you place the food on a plate?
Yeah, people eat with their eyes. It depends on, you could probably have the best tasting food, Gordon, and depends on how you present it. People may not, people don't want to taste it even.
Yeah. It's in the presentation.
Give me a good plate of smoke herring and dumpling with the young blogger and fig, and I don't care if you put the smoke herring in the center and surround it with it. I cool with that.
You have some foods, the smell will draw you in, but some people, depends on how it looks, they would say no, or yes, let me get in on this.
Good.
So plating is essential, and of course the use of the Maggi products, and all the grillers, they've been given a package of Maggi products, Godfrey, that they have to use, they have to utilize, and that is essential. It carries 15 points. So it's going to be a keenly contested competition. The grillers are ready. The vendors, we have quite a few vendors with us as well, selling different things, jewelry, different types of foods, snacks, confectionaries. Let me tell you, anything you could think about. Some of our sponsors will be there as well with some of their things. Quartz will be there with their bikes and other appliances, and and it's going to be a fantastic showcase. You have Maggi products you can get on the day, special prices. Anything you can think of is going to be a competition for years and adding so much value.
Morning, Mr. Archer.
Making sure that the grillers are happy. I keep saying the package every year I want to grill for myself. Any day I leave GB and I'll be in competition.
But let me ask you this. So one of the criteria for the judges have to taste.
Yeah, they have to taste everything.
Is it too late for me to apply to judge?
You could be a judge assistant. That's one of the most coveted posts when we're doing the plan for the day. Everybody wants to be the judge's assistant.
Well, of course.
Because like the grillers, they would present their plate, and the judges they cut off a little piece probably a fingernail, and then the assistant have the task of disposing of all the plates.
Right.
When I say dispose, you know how they dispose of it. So, but you could probably apply for that post on the day.
I'll be there early. I've been encouraging people to get there early. Folks, it starts at 12 and it culminates with a live stage performance.
A live band
performance by a
the
top
Octane
local
band.
International artist. Local international or artists are international now, but they're based there. Yeah.
No, but a fantastic band, and like I say, it's not just going to be calypso music. They do a wide cross section of genres, so it's going to be an exciting mix you find at the King of the Grill, and that's just part of it. Remember, you have the kiddie section on the other side, the bouncy castle and the face painting and the horseback riding and the go-kart racing, going lots of excitement for the children.
But don't you think we're starting too late? I mean, parents take their I have to be careful now because some folks get offended when we say kids. They say
no kids,
little goats.
Children.
Yes. By the time you take your children to this section and this.
Okay. I should bring a table for you tomorrow. Let me see how good you are at all fours.
Yeah.
You can play all fours? Mm-hmm. Serious?
Yeah.
Okay. That's to be my family game. Yeah. Tomorrow, let me see the skills.
Yeah.
No, but Gordon, I'm excited for tomorrow. I have to say, I'm super excited for tomorrow.
Did you know that there are some folks that came from abroad for King of the Grill to go back?
Yeah.
I know of about 5 people.
I wouldn't doubt.
Yeah.
We have some of our viewers, and so especially on Facebook, that would tell us every year they're not happy that it's so early because it's usually May, June. Right. But this year we had to do some rescheduling, and it fell smack dab into the midst of Carnival. So quite a few of them are getting to enjoy. So they told us they're happy. As a matter of fact,
I have to take the opportunity now to say a very special happy birthday to a senior citizen who can't wait to be at King of the Grill tomorrow. Today is her birthday, Miss Valerie Farry out there in Agag. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Valerie.
Yeah.
I had to save some Maggi products for Valerie and tell her when she make her soup to call me.
Yeah.
You see how you give these gifts that you get back from? Smart giving.
Having said that, have you ever tried, Godfrey, I mean, I presume you're from Tivoli, or Houma, Tivoli. I presume that I mean, we all should be able to cook if we come from what Mike, Alexis, and Andrew Jerome like to call the country, right? Yeah, we are naturally
You
good
trying to insult me?
No.
That's a question.
That's a given, right? Yeah. Have you ever used this?
Oh, yeah.
I was telling
but that's what I use, Maggi.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, but this one in particular, I mean, I use all Maggi products, but flavor the pot. I was telling John before we came on set that yesterday I was cooking some rice and split peas, and when I checked, I did not have any coconut milk. It finished, so I looked around and then I found Maggi flavor the pot, and I say I usually use it in meat, but let me try it in the rice and split peas. And Godfrey, what's my fingernails on the shop this morning?
You buy them on?
Yeah, well,
I was telling him.
I could imagine if he cooks split peas and rice.
He cook rice and peas.
If you cook split peas and rice, you'll come with your hand alone.
I was telling him I'm a bit conflicted because I have to be here talking about the Maggi publicly, but that's normally the secret to the food tasting so nice. People normally think I'm a boss chef, but I have to be revealing trade secrets. That is the Maggi really flavor in the pot. Hello.
Maggi doing it for you?
Maggi does it. Maggi does it.
I remember a couple of years back on a similar program like that with folks from Maggi, and this guy, Mr. Roberts, was there, and he said Maggi, Maggi,